Hey guys, we're going to check out a really beautiful GTO convertible by a gentleman named Robert up here in Odessa, Florida.
HP high pigment red. I've looked at
HP high pigment red. If you guys know what Standox HP high pigment red is, put that in the comments so we all know.
Yeah,
you and the 6 other engineers and chemists that came up with that.
Right.
So welcome to another episode of Junkyards and Barn Finds with Sean, and I'm Sean. We saw this drove by when it was pulling in. Really nice GTO. Right top. Who's the owner of this one?
Why?
Because Sean Dever. I have a YouTube channel.
Oh wow! Cool.
And I'm just up in the area because I'm from Fort Myers and there's nothing going on there.
Yeah, no, not much. Tank thing, that was a big deal.
So hold on. Hey guys, we're in Odessa and I met Robert here, and he's got this beautiful GTO. And if you remember from the original GOAT commercials, when DeLorean came out with them, and they would have a tiger, a live tiger under the hood.
Right.
And so a lot of times when you see GOATs, especially convertibles, people put the tiger on there. That's what it means. Tell me a little bit about the car, sir.
A little bit about it is, I guess the bottom line is the history of it is, I have it for 13 years now.
It's a real GTO.
It's a real GTO. I bought it up in Brooksville from a gentleman who put a 455 in it, and so it's not the original engine that was in it. But when I went to look at it with my son, it turns out, I said, where did you get this red, the red color? And that's 13 years ago. And he goes, oh, it's an airplane model cover. I had it painted over in Jensen Beach. I said, okay, this is Tampa. My bottom line is, he said, but the original color was Mayfair Maize. It was a real light, pale, greenish yellow. And he goes, a real sissy color. And I go, oh my gosh. I go, well, the reason I'm looking for a GTO is my father had one in '68 and it was Mayfair Maize. So he goes, oh, no offense about the color.
Right.
I said, that's okay. I go, but he died 6 months after we got the car, and I was just getting out of high school. So I said, by the time I'm around 60, I want to look for one of these, and I found this one and bought it.
Right.
So that's the story. I've been on the power tour once, 2002 or something, but or no, later than that, had to be. Anyway, I've been on the power tour. I've had it 13 years, whatever that was. I went on the second year.
Okay. So tell me a little about the engine on it.
455.
Is it a Ram Air?
It's not real Ram Air. It just has, I opened up the hood. It has a new, I used to have the Hurst dual gate shifter.
Right.
But unfortunately it broke off in my hand at one point on my birthday of all things. And now it's a B&M shifter. And it should not have this tail on it. But when they painted it, they liked it. I said, hey, put it on. It looks really nice. So so that's what we did.
And then what's the rear end? What do you...
rear end is a 310, and it's just an automatic.
Okay.
It's not, just mag wheels, American mag wheels.
Well, I heard you pull in. It sounds nice. It has a nice little rumble to it.
Yeah, I just had, not just a year ago, I think, or maybe more, actually a quieter muffler. But I like them as loud as they are.
Right.
Just loud enough.
Just loud enough that the cops don't pull you over, but they notice
exactly,
you. They follow you, but they won't pull you over.
Yes, indeed, sir. Yes, thank you.
Well, awesome. Well, thanks, man. I'm going to take some video of it. So.
Alrighty, please do.
Wow. Look at this car. Beautiful interior and exterior. I mean... Now, if I remember right, GTOs did not come with a passenger side mirror, did they?
No, they didn't. And if they were, it was round like that.
Right.
I just installed that.
Okay.
But I still couldn't manage to see, so I added that little baby mirror on there that gets me more visual on that side.
Gotcha.
But yeah, you're correct. Yes, indeed. Yeah, and it had the.
And it has like the American racing wheels, which everybody had in the 80s, at least when I was in high school and stuff. So it's not, they're not the original wheels, but they actually are like a period correct wheel, because a lot of people would have put these on there.
Exactly. Yeah, my dad actually on his, he had Keystones. That was period for that time. They're black in the centers versus the gray.
And you still, and you have is it drums in the back?
Yes, drums in the back.
And disc, now, did it come with the discs up front?
No, the gentleman who rebuilt, after he rebuilt the engine, he decided to put disc brakes in the front. So I was real pleased with that. I like that.
And that's the funny thing a lot of people think is when you have a muscle car, if you put disc brakes in the front, there's no, like if you go to a show, they won't take points off because it's actually now considered a safety upgrade. So
it's like a double pump braking system.
Yeah, so for those of you who are working on cars and maybe it's one of your first ones, don't freak out if you take the drum brakes off the front, because nobody's going to deduct points for you for doing that. So. And
I didn't find it was the 2011s when I went on the power tour. I just remembered. But when I had the top redone, I said, hey, would you pump up the back seat for comfort? It's not as comfortable. And when they pulled it out, they found the seat belts, and they are the original.
So they're original GM.
Yeah, you can even see
the GM tag and everything on them.
Yeah, even the date code is on there.
So, wow, and it has 3.
Yeah, I was shocked at that. So my daughter was riding in the back when I had to pick her up. She was going to UCF at the time. Picked her up and started over in Cocoa Beach. When I picked her up, she goes, Dad, there's no seatbelts back here. I go, well, hang on.
Yeah, well, they didn't. A lot of cars didn't have them till what, 74 or 77 or something. It was in the 70s.
I know it was in the 70s, but I couldn't tell you when.
Yeah. So. That's Doug. Oh, okay. We're gonna look at Doug's GTO too, if he'll let me.
Got this original '66 bench seat, automatic. I love this car. Candy out here.
And it doesn't have the hidden headlights on it, but that's okay.
Yeah, and actually I painted all this black. I put in LED lights. I hung out at Steak and Shake with my dad's car all the time, and then when he passed away.
And it has the Enduro underneath it.
It's all, they called it the baby buggy bumper.
Right.
Baby buggy bumper. And it doesn't, I've got the seal that goes here, but every time I go to drill it, I go, I can't do this.
Yeah.
And I like it.
Yeah, and it looks sweet the way it does.
I like it. I'll put my information on it.
And it's got a beautiful 455 in there, guys. So, and if you could see, we'll put this through. As you can see, the ram air works.
Yeah, this is the story, and I even do this on the back because everybody asks about the Tiger.
Right.
So,
I love the plate.
Yeah. Buddy of mine, I made it. I cut all the pieces, but a buddy of mine said he had a router and all that kind of stuff, so he put it together, and he goes, cool. I'll put it together for you. So I put that up on the silly air cleaner.
Really beautiful car. Originally, you could have got this car for $4,029. So. Nope, I'm sorry. So, beautiful, beautiful car. All right, guys, hope you like this. Put any comments. So really, really sweet. Really, you guys don't even know how bright this shines in the sun in real life here, but it's pretty sweet. All right, hope you liked it, and we'll talk to you guys later.
HP High Pigment Red. I mean, I've looked at
HP High Pigment Red. If you guys know what Standox HP High Pigment Red is, put that in the comments so we so we all know.
Yeah,
so you and the 6 other engineers and chemists that came up with that.
Right.
All right, so it's a 66 real GTO.
1966 real GTO 242. You know, the VIN numbers.
Right.
And
how long have you had it for?
Since 2005.
Okay.
Then kept it for 2 years, sold it. It was gone for 2.5 years. Then I bought it back.
Is it the white, the original color on
Yeah,
this?
the ivory white, everything is like the VIN tag, you know.
Okay.
Ivory white, red interior. It's mostly all original, except the paint. It's been painted a couple times. But
it didn't come with any vinyl roof or anything?
No, no.
Okay.
It came just like this. People that ordered it, you know, back in '66, still got the pitted door handles.
Right.
Original interior.
So it's basically a Survivor, but with a new paint job.
Right.
So.
You can see the light bezels all pitted from age.
Right.
They've been on there since '66.
Wow.
The motor is all original. 389 back in '66.
Right.
64 to '66 was the 389.
Right.
Then '67 basically had the same body style, little change up on the
Now,
front
did this
end.
come with trips or did it come with the single 4-barrel?
This came, you could get trips,
Right, you can't get them, but
or you could get Carter 4-barrel, and that's what this
so this one came with the 4-barrel. Oh, okay. So
And,
did it come with the power brakes or was that an
no,
upgrade?
that's been an addition. Whole front end's been done, and added disc brakes.
Okay.
Because I couldn't stand that one cylinder up there.
Right. Yeah. Looks like a little toilet.
You use one, you lose one wheel cylinder, you lose everything.
Right.
So this way, you know, a little.
But original block.
Yeah.
And which tranny does it have?
Interior.
Is it a 727? What's the? Or is it 4-speed?
I don't know what they came with. Really.
Okay. Is this a 4-speed or is it automatic?
It's automatic on the
okay.
column.
I think it was a turbo, 350 turbo.
Okay.
But it's automatic on the column.
Okay.
And whoever ordered it back in '66 ordered it with, and people say,
That's what I took my driver's license test in, 66.
People say, hey, how come it's automatic? They didn't come there. I said, yes, they did. They came any way you want it.
Yep.
And then do you know what the gears are in the rear? Or anything?
It's a positive.
Okay, do you know what are you
No, I
running?
don't know what the
You
gear
don't know what the actual gear, okay.
380s.
But they all came with the positive.
Right.
And interior is all original. You can see the wear.
Oops, excuse me.
Mostly it's all original. You know, you can you can see the wear on the inside rug where you get in and out.
Yeah.
You can see that package tray back here.
Oh yeah.
See the package tray back here is all worn out.
Yeah.
Faded. But
And how many miles are on it? It's
get it there. Can you see?
I
I
think
can't see.
20. It says 2933, so it's probably 120.
Yeah,
It's probably
it's been over there.
a 1 in front of that, but wow. Was the interior, the seats or anything redone?
No, nothing's been redone interior.
Wow.
You see
Wow.
see what?
Yeah, I see some worn and stuff
that's
here.
Right,
But
that's
I
all
mean,
worn.
these seats and everything are so perfect. Same with the rugs and all.
Well, they're not perfect, but you know
Right.
they're suitable.
And the only thing really you've added is the gauges package down there.
Mostly, you know, these old gauges,
Right.
unless you take it to the people to fix them.
Yeah, you kind of need to know what the fluids are doing and temps. And it still has the original Pontiac radio in it. And
Yeah,
that's,
it works. But
I'm a 66 model myself.
yeah, it works, but the speakers, you know, are shot.
But being a 1966 model,
Yeah.
it's surprising that no one changed out the radio, because that would be something somebody would have done in the 70s or whatever. And so the fact that it's an actual Pontiac.
I got this car from a lady and man. Hey, how you doing? In Ohio. So this car came from Ohio.
Wow.
I seen it on eBay,
Okay.
and my wife asked what I was doing in my office, and I said, I'm gonna buy a GTO, and she said, whatever. So I guess whatever means
Whatever means,
right?
go ahead and buy it.
So A week later, here come a GTO.
Better to ask forgiveness than permission, right?
You said whatever.
And this is, you know, it's so funny because you don't think back in the day. I mean, when I was a kid, every car had ashtrays and everything, and now you're looking and you look at the back and you see the ashtrays on your side, and people are like, "It's crazy."
Marlboro Reds from 17 to 61.
Yeah.
I'm 70 now.
But it's just funny because you don't see that, you know, it's something that you don't see in cars. So when you look in the older cars that they're there, and I'm 55, so all the cars I owned as a kid had them.
And everything works in here. The lighter even works.
Wow. So, now it's got, because I guess the GTO, it came with the round gauges there, but it doesn't have the tack.
No.
So it was like a tack delete. So probably somebody just wanted a GTO, but they wanted the most comfortable GTO. It doesn't seem like it was
something simple.
Right.
Whatever money they had. You know, a lot of people say skimped on things.
Right.
And this, considering this car came from Ohio,
right,
they said, well, forget.
They wanted a GTO, but they wanted a simple one, automatic, none of the other extras.
Said, forget the air.
They didn't get a console.
We don't need air in Ohio when the season's short.
Right.
You know?
So, but wow, what a really cool Survivor.
Yeah.
So, and like I said, it's a Survivor. You know, sometimes people say, well, it's not a Survivor because it was repainted a couple. Well, it's repainted the same color, and this paint job probably, you didn't do it. Did you do it, or no? Because I mean, this is an old paint job.
It's an old paint job, but it has probably been repainted. You can see right here.
That's what I'm saying. I was just looking. I mean, you could tell it's been repainted, but not any time recently.
Not anything expensive.
Right.
Job.
Right. Could have been one of them Earl Shive 99.
Yeah, 995.
But you know what?
You know?
But it looks right. It kind of has that good look right to it. You don't even want to repaint.
Well, that's what I like about it.
So.
And you know, like I said, I sold it. I bought it back because I knew what this motor could do.
Right.
I knew this car, and I can go out. I've been out to Orlando in it and back. I live in way down there, South Tampa, off of West Shore.
Oh, okay.
And I come all the way out here on the Veterans doing 75. You know?
Yeah, it's a car that's dependable. You can drive it. It's simple. It's dependable. So, I mean, just look at the firewall. There's just not a lot of stuff there.
No, there's nothing.
So, wow.
You got your horn relay, your electrical. And only other update I did, it came with points when I had it.
Right.
But I put the electronic ignition.
And even these, I had these on a 57 Chevy back in 85, but
well, this is classic hot rod.
That's what I'm saying. This is like old school.
Yeah.
And these weren't put on recently. I mean, you could tell these have been on there for 20 years.
Because they're pretty shiny.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah, when you first get them, they're shiny, and that whole kit everybody used to put on in the 80s and 90s.
Ones, and they're all pretty nice.
Yeah.
But that's old school.
Yeah. That's what I'm saying. This is just a nice old school, you know, vintage hot rod.
And you know, one day I want to paint it. That's the only thing I want to do. I'm not going to change out the mechanicals.
And they even have the clutch fan still on it, so they didn't even put in the flex fan that everybody used to do in the day. So very cool though, very sweet, man.
I just want to do the mechanicals and get it painted one day.
And the chrome's not. I mean, this is pitted, but I mean it's not in bad shape or anything.
Chrome.
Right, right. So no, it's just a sweet one, and it sounded really good when you drove by. So because we were looking at the red GTO.
Flowmasters in there.
Yeah. Well, I appreciate you talking to me, man. I appreciate it. It's a beautiful car.
I appreciate it. Thank you.
So, look at this, guys. This is, and this was the one that kind of started putting the curves in it. The 64 was really square, and the 65 kind of was square. A friend of mine had a 64 growing up, but this is the one that started putting the curves in it.
This is iconic right here. The louvered.
Yeah, this is the one that started with the Coke bottle, the original Coke bottle.
In '67, they opened them up.
Right.
And then the grill, they did a little different grill. They put the chrome mesh wire looking.
Right.
You know. Then they went to the 400 block in '60s.
Right. Sweet.
His house.
Right. Oh, this is just a sweet car. So, well, thanks again for talking to us, man. It was really cool. Really cool. April, should they subscribe to this channel even if they don't like cars today for this one?
Probably just for this one.
Where it says merchandise store right here, merchandise store link, you will see it says https:/junkyards-barn-finds, and you click on that and it's going to take you here.